beautiful out tonight. Beautiful sky. Went into the cigar shop. It was closed, but the door was open. So I mean, I didn't know it was closed, but I walked right in there, and the dude was like, "Hey man, we're closed." And he was like, "We only do cash." Obviously, I don't carry cash. I should have a nice little wad right in my pocket, you know. He's like, "You don't carry cash." He was like, "Sorry, the only way I'll be able to get you a cigar right now is if you have cash." I'm like, "Man, I don't got cash." So he just let me pick. They have like a cigar of their own. I don't know, nothing too fancy. But he said, "Yeah, you can just take this, man." He just gave it to me for free. So what am I saying here? See, I don't even know. This is like a tip. I don't even know how to. I don't buy ones that are like that. So I don't know if I have to like. Whatever. Oh, I fucking opened that way too much. I don't even know how I'm gonna do that now. But it's whatever. Do I want to do. See, I talked about this in one of the other videos. Like a torch. It's kind of for the noobs. Not a lot of people use torches to light their cigars. A lot of people like to do matches. I think it's something with the gas that's inside of it where it affects the cigar, from what I was told. Yeah, this is running out on me. I haven't smoked a cigar in a couple weeks. So this is definitely needed. Definitely needed. Ooh. Ooh. That's sweet. Really sweet. But we're cooking with peanut oil, that's for sure. Now the point of the video, I was like, I wanted to come up here, smoke my cigar, shoot this video, and I'm like, that's it. That's what we'll talk about. The ability to do things in the spur of the moment. So like, most of us like to have things planned out. Okay, I need to do this, and this before I do this. But then there's occasions where you have to bust an audible. And that's kind of what the guy at the cigar shop did with me. He busted an audible. He had the door open because he was just letting out some of the smoke or something like that in the shop. It's a cheaper cigar. But I'm not complaining. It's free. It's a free cigar. I don't mind that. But he was chilling at the shop because he was just letting out some air and he was waiting on a buddy or something like that. That's why the door was open, because I thought the shop was still open, so the door was open. And then walked in there and I didn't have any cash, so he just busted an audible and he was like, "You know what, man? I've seen you in here before. Just take one of our house cigars." Boom, busted an audible. And now that makes me more inclined to want to go to that cigar shop and buy more cigars, just because of the way that he carried the entire situation. He busted an audible, and now he's got someone that's gonna come in there more and more times just because of the way that he treated me. "Hey, we're closed, but you know what? You don't have any cash on you. It's all good, kid. Here, just take one of our house cigars." I was having a conversation just the other night. We were out at dinner. The girl who I'm talking to, we were at Mastro's. and we were just having a conversation about, I was asking her what her favorite trips were, and because she was talking about how she likes to plan out her trips and have all of her ducks in a row before she goes and books the plane ticket, the Airbnb or the hotel, the restaurants that they're gonna go to, the club that they make bop in at, all of this. She wants it all planned out, which a lot of us are like that. And then she was explaining, because she's looking on going, I think she's going on like some trip or something like that, which is why she mentioned she wanted to get everything planned out. And I asked her, I was like, what are like the most favorite memorable trips that you went on? Were they super planned out, or were they in the spur of the moment? Were they unplanned? Just like on 24-hour notice type of deal. You and your girlfriends just rallied and went to Vegas or California or something like that. And she literally said, like, those were the most memorable trips that she had, were the ones that weren't planned, that just happened in a short period of time. Y'all made the decision, and you're like, let's just do it. That's the best. Spur of the moment, busting audibles, and just kind of, you're just flowing. I was talking to my buddy Ron today, and he was saying, you just want to be like water. I think, what's his name? Asian dude, the karate guy. He says you want to be like water. Jackie Chan, I think it's Jackie Chan. Could be wrong. But you want to be like water. Just whatever comes to you, just flow with it. Don't try to, we know this. Like, control the controllables. There's only so many things that you can control in your day-to-day. So just control what you can control, and let the other stuff go about its way, and just flow with everything. And I promise you, if you just learn to flow with everything, and you have a positive attitude with every single situation that you go into, and you reflect on the experience that you had, and you're able to maybe learn from some mistakes, or you were able to create an amazing experience, like, now you have all of this new information, this new wisdom that you can go into the next phases of your life. So just be like water, flow with it, bust audibles when you need to bust audibles, and just have fun. Stop trying to, I do this all the time. I want everything to be this certain way on a certain timeline so that I can get that outcome. But that's just not how it works. And that's the God honest truth. The only timing that you're on is God's timing. Your timing is not perfect. His timing is. So just have faith, control the controllables, and be like water. Let things flow in and out of your life. The things that stay in your life are meant to be. The things that flow out of your life, they weren't meant to be. But just let in every experience, good or bad. It's not that bad. It's like a medium cigar. He asked me, I was confused as to the question that he asked, but now that I think about it, okay, that makes sense. He was asking me what color cigar. He was like, light, medium, or dark. I didn't hear his question correctly, so I just mentioned like a couple of the cigars. I was like, oh, an Olivia sounds pretty good, or a Monte Cristo White Series sounds pretty good. So he just went with I think because the last thing that I mentioned was the Monte Cristo White Series, which is like a medium cigar, and that's what he gave me. But yeah, just be like water, control the controllables, and let in every experience, good and bad. Just have fun. Trust his timing. His timing's perfect, man. His timing is perfect. Coke Zero is really good with this cigar. But I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on the videos that I've been shooting lately. So I really appreciate you guys for messaging me, saying that, hey, that video really helped me, this helped me, thanks for entertaining me in this video. Like, I've had a couple people already message me about it, and it really does feel good I already, like, regardless, I feel good just shooting the videos because I talked about this on my story just the other day, how I've spent my entire childhood watching people create content on YouTube, my entire childhood. And I just got to a point, like, over the years, I've always wanted to, I've uploaded videos, but I've never made the decision to like actively create long form content on YouTube and put a plan around it. Like, I've never done that up until recently. So I just got to a point like a month and a half ago, I was just sick and tired, man. I was like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of watching all these people create this content and blow up their personal brand. And I'm like, I know I have a lot of value and just life experience that I've gone through my 24 years of being alive, where I can help, maybe not the entire world, but I can help a couple people. I know that for sure. I can help them get to where I'm at now. And I'm not saying that I'm King Solomon, but I'm on track. I'm on track to becoming something like that. So I definitely just want to shoot videos like this to document with where I'm at right now, because I'm doing this more, it's kind of selfish. I'm doing this so that I can look back on it years from now and just see how much I've transcended from then till now. Just the way that I speak, the way the type of vocabulary that I use, all that kind of that little minor stuff that you never really think about. That's the kind of stuff that I'm really excited to get better at. Those underlying skill sets. Those are the sleepers, man. Those are what separates people from good to great, are those underlying skill sets. The ones that you never really think about, you don't really take too much time into developing, but those are the ones that are going to separate you from the masses, are those underlying skill sets, those real small, minuscule skill sets. Like, that's what's gonna separate you. And you may be asking, like, what are those small, minuscule skill sets? Let's just say, for example, your hygiene. And let's go specifically in hygiene. Most people brush their teeth 2 times a day, or at least 1 time a day. I brush my teeth 2 times a day, but a lot of people don't floss. So if you just floss, you're already separating yourself from the masses. You're doing that little extra thing that's gonna make you that much better. That's gonna make your smile, that's gonna make your teeth that much stronger. That's what I mean by like having that edge, the underlying skill sets, having the edge that's gonna separate you from everyone else. Or maybe it's certain things that you know, or stories that you have. But I wanted to finish off this video. I had a conversation with this guy at the gym for 5 straight hours yesterday. His name's John. He's from Cleveland, Ohio. He's from Ohio. I don't think he's from Cleveland, but outskirts. Grew up in a abusive foster home. Crazy story. He had cancer, 2% survival rate when he was a kid. Beat that. He had to deal with his arm not really working well his entire life, basically. It's a very weak arm. And he went through all of that, then created a fortune in the banking industry, raised a family, his wife ended up passing away from cancer. He ended up his business failed, his banking business that he was in, that ended up flopping, so he had to do other things for a point in time, and now he coaches people for a living. He does that, and he does very well for himself. And we had an amazing conversation for 5 straight hours yesterday about politics, about Christianity, about life, and I was just sharing him my story and just opening up to him some of the things that I've only said a couple times to people. So I just was I admired the way that the way that he was able to lift other people up. He's called the Encourager. That's his nickname. He's wrote books and all these. He's well read. So sitting down with him was a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie, because I mean he looked at me, he spoke of me very highly and treated me with a lot of respect, But I'm like, there's definitely levels to this game, because this guy was just considering the source with this and articles from here and just all this stuff that he remembered. I'm like, I want to get better at my communication. So that's kind of why I wanted to sit down with him and just pick his brain. But yeah, man, we had a great conversation, and some of the topics that we talked about, I want to talk about on this YouTube channel. So look forward to these damn planes, man. Damn blades. I think the people that developed the plane were from, was it wasn't Cleveland, it was like Columbus, Ohio, something like that, some town in Ohio. The Wright brothers, they were the first people to get the plane off the ground. It wasn't very far off the ground, but they got it off the ground a little bit back in, I think it was like the early 1900s or something like that. And the father was a preacher, and he basically disowned his sons, because his sons were wanting to develop a way to get off the ground and get into the whole flight industry that's never been developed before. So they were just using their imagination, and just think about what we can do with our imagination, because we have the same gifts that the Wright brothers had to get the plane off the ground and develop a plane. I think they were looking at like birds and stuff. They studied birds for a while, and just the way with the wings, and that's how everything kind of played out. And imagination is one of our higher faculties. Oh, damn. I'm supposed to tap that out. I think it's imagination, there's reason, will, intuition, and then there's one more. And those are our God-given gifts. That's what separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom. And if you can tap into those higher faculties, you can create, be, do, have whatever you want. So I got that a lot from Bob Proctor's teachings. Bob Proctor, I learned a lot of his information over the years, and it's completely shifted the way that I think, and the way that I talk about myself, the way that I view myself and view others. Yeah, Bob Proctor, man, study his stuff. He passed away a couple of years ago, but I think I'm gonna wrap up this video, guys. But yeah, like I said, I had a 5-hour sit down with this guy, and we were talking about everything, and it just got my mind just thinking about so many different ideas and videos that I could create on the YouTube channel. So I'm really excited to share with you guys a lot more about my personal life and things that I've gone through, and the way that I was able to overcome those things, because maybe you're going through something similar right now, and if I can give you just that one piece of advice to help me, or that one way of thinking to help me overcome it, multitude of ways of thinking, but in doing, and just all of this kind of stuff to help me overcome certain situations, and I can pass that on to you and help you. I mean, that's the underlying truth of this channel, is to positively impact other people's lives. Obviously, I'm selfish, and I want to be able to create content to basically touch people from all, connect with people all over the world, and better my way of communicating. Like, that's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this, but also is to positively impact people. So guys, I'm gonna smoke this cigar, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.